January 2014, a small practice gym in the frozen outskirts of Sombor, Serbia. The air is cold enough to sting the lungs. Outside, snow covers the fields in a silent white blanket. Inside, a young Nikola Jokic stands alone beneath dim lights that flicker above him. There is no crowd, no coaches, no cameras, only the soft, heavy sound of a basketball hitting the hardwood. The same ball he's used since childhood. Worn, weathered, slightly deflated yet dependable. He pauses, takes a breath, and lifts it again. The silent weight presses into his palms. And in that moment, the future of the Denver Nuggets is about to shift forever. The NBA world, thousands of miles away, has no idea what is coming. Because dynasties begin quietly, sometimes with a cold gym, sometimes with a player nobody saw coming. Nikola Jokic was not expected to change anything, not the league, not the position he played, not the franchise that drafted him while most fans were asleep. But every revolution has a beginning. This one began with that weighted basketball echoing through a winter night. The Denver Nuggets of the early 2010s were a team searching for an identity. The Carmelo Anthony era was long gone. The 57-win miracle season of 2013 had faded into memory. What remained was a franchise rebuilding in the shadows. No superstar, no clear path, no certainty. Analysts expected years of mediocrity. Fans prepared for more rebuilding seasons. And then, in 2014, during the 41st pick of the NBA draft, ESPN cut to a commercial for a breakfast sandwich. While America watched melted cheese on toast, the Nuggets unknowingly selected the player who would reshape their entire future, Nikola Jokic. He arrived with no hype. No college highlight tapes lighting up social media. No dramatic predictions from experts. He was a second-round pick, unathletic by traditional standards, too slow for the modern pace, and too gentle for a league obsessed with power. Yet beneath the surface was something the league had forgotten to measure, a mind built for basketball. A rhythm no statistics could predict, and a vision that belonged to a different generation of the sport. When Jokic joined the Nuggets in 2015, Denver was still a team of drifting ambitions. Coaches debated how to use him. Analysts questioned whether he even belonged in the NBA at all. But the old ball he brought with him, the one he practiced with through icy Serbian mornings, seemed to echo differently in Denver. Every bounce felt intentional. Every pass carried a strange, quiet magic. Something unfamiliar was taking shape. At the time, the league was evolving rapidly. The Golden State Warriors were rewriting the geometry of basketball with Stephen Curry's shooting. Teams chased speed, spacing, and small ball lineups. Traditional centers were fading away. But Jokic was not a traditional center. He wasn't trying to survive in this new era, he was creating his own. His passes came not from force, but from patience. Not from athletic domination, but from angles only he could see. He played the game like a grandmaster plays chess, slow at first glance, yet devastating with each unexpected move. By 2017, something undeniable was emerging. The Nuggets began placing the ball in Jokic's hands more often. The offense slowed down. The floor opened up. Cutters learned to trust that the ball would find them at the perfect moment, in the perfect place, with the perfect spin. And suddenly, the team that once had no identity was forming one around a player who saw the court like a panoramic landscape. The silent weight of that basketball carried from Serbia to Colorado was now shaping a franchise. By the 2018 to 2019 season, Denver made its return to the playoffs. A young core rose around Jokic, Jamal Murray with his fearless scoring, Gary Harris with disciplined defense, and later Michael Porter Jr., a gifted shooter returning from injury. Jokic averaged over 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Numbers uncommon for centers, reminiscent only of rare historic outliers. Analysts began to shift their tone. This wasn't luck. This wasn't a temporary surge. This was the foundation of something new. In 2020, inside the unusual silence of the NBA bubble, the Nuggets made history. Down 3-1 against the Utah Jazz, they came back. Down 3-1 against the star-loaded Clippers, they came back again. Jokic anchored every possession with calm precision. His passes cutting through defenses like invisible threads, pulling teammates into perfect alignment. The basketball world watched a team that refused to break. And at its center stood a player who never looked rushed, never looked panicked, as if the silent winter practices had prepared him for isolation, pressure, and impossible odds. The following years brought something even greater. In 2021, Jokic became the first center since Shaquille O'Neal to win MVP, posting unbelievable numbers. In 2022, he won the award again, joining a historic list of back-to-back MVPs. Denver had transformed. The franchise that once lived in the middle of the standings was now built around a player, reshaping the very definition of a big man. The ripple effect was unmistakable. Coaches around the league studied Denver's offense, searching for ways to copy its rhythm. Young centers practiced passing with more intent. Teams reconsidered the long-dismissed idea of running an offense through a 7-footer. And the Nuggets, anchored by Jokic's unshakable presence, grew more complete. Everything crystallized in 2023, Denver stormed through the playoffs with ruthless efficiency. Jokic averaged a triple-double across the entire postseason: 30 points, 13.5 rebounds, 9.5 assists, numbers previously unthinkable for a center. In the NBA Finals, the Nuggets defeated the Miami Heat, securing the first championship in franchise history. The Western Conference, long dominated by legends, now belonged to Denver. And the silent weight of that basketball from Sombor became a symbol of patience, vision, and destiny fulfilled. Nothing about Jokic's rise followed the traditional script of NBA stardom. No dramatic draft night moment. No magazine covers predicting greatness. No viral mixtapes or early fanfare. Instead, his story was built on subtlety, the soft bounce of a ball on hardwood, the quiet read of a defense unraveling, the slow, steady reshaping of a franchise once overlooked. And through him, the Denver Nuggets discovered their identity, not built on flash, but on clarity. Not on athletic fireworks, but on unselfish precision. Not on noise, but on the calm command of a player who saw the court as a vast map of possibilities. The dynasty of the 90s Bulls relied on ferocity. The Lakers of the 2000s thrived on dominance. The Warriors of the 2010s rode a revolution of range. The Denver Nuggets of the Jokic era built something different. A masterpiece of patience, a system shaped by angles, timing, and trust. A style that turned the slowest superstar into the most unstoppable. And now, as the NBA continues to evolve, the impact remains. Young players study Jokic's pace. Coaches borrow Denver's structure. Teams search for their own version of a center who plays like a conductor. Because once a revolution begins, the league never returns to what it was. In the quiet of another winter practice, somewhere in Serbia or Colorado, Jokic still begins his work the same way he always has. He picks up a basketball. He feels its familiar weight. He listens to its echo, and he remembers where it all started. The silent ball that shaped the rise of a franchise. The rise of a style. The rise of an unexpected legend. The rise of the Denver Nuggets with Nikola Jokic. And as long as that ball continues to bounce, the legacy will remain. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more content just like this. We'll see you in the next one.